Hey guys, it's Kimberly back with the Illumined Guru. I have an energy update for you for twin flames on the ascension journey here during the month of March. This will be for, I kind of stopped the weekly readings, but I felt very moved to give you an energy update, and I'm really glad that I did pull a spread for you because there's some really powerful messages in front of me here that I can't wait to deliver to you. So this is for the week of March 5th through March, I guess, 11th or 12th. This will kind of give you, some of you have asked me, well, what is this? This is a current temperature on the collective energies, maybe some things that you're experiencing right now, what you're struggling with, how you can work through it better. If any of you are desiring a private reading or want to work with me in a soul coaching capacity to learn your ascension tools and self-mastery tools and work through some of your blocks, you can book those sessions on my website, illuminedguru.com. And just a reminder, on March 13th and 15th, I'm doing Narcissism, a Spiritual Perspective. I'm doing a workshop series, and so it's a Tuesday, Thursday, the 13th and 15th, and you can sign up for that right on the website as well. All right, so energies. So I did pull cards for both the Divine Feminine and Masculine in the collective, and there's just so many powerful messages here. So I guess we'll just dig. We're going to dig right in. So, feminine is feeling like, so the Ten of Swords is coming up for feminine. So I feel like there's a deep, deep hurt here. There's still a deep, deep wound, but she is in the process of making all the moving parts kind of fit in her healing. So understanding where this is stemming from, where she's been rejecting herself, where she has been hurting herself through staying in toxic cycles. And so in that, the ownership of responsibility for some of this, and in the processing her emotions more fully, in the validating her feelings and all of that, she's able to release the last strands of like blame and hatred and negativity and angst that she has towards the masculine for what's been done until now. So I actually see right now that the feminine is struggling more than the masculine emotionally. I think that from an emotional standpoint, this is kind of like the last of some heavy purging that the feminine is going through, and she's like the knowledge, wisdom, and clarity, as I said in my monthly forecast, that she needs to release this is coming through for her now. So she's, like I said, she's seeing things in a different way. So where she may have felt stabbed in the back before, she's understanding like how her patterns may have created or attracted certain situations. She's forgiving, she's releasing that need to blame, but in all of this heaviness, and there's a lot of grief and sadness and anger and stuff's coming to the surface so that we can release it, so that we can forgive, so that we can let go in that way. And there's a big theme around rejection. It's just coming to me. It's how she's rejected herself is, where she's been pointing the fingers, blaming others or the twin flame. She's noticing that, like, if she claims it, she's really been rejecting herself internally. And so this is really about her getting into a space of self-love. And if this being a 10 card, I feel like this is the completion of a cycle for her, where she will start a new beginning. And many of you are doing this by fine-tuning your ascension skills and ascension tools and taking the next step along your healing journey, so that you can rid of these heavier energies and release. Okay, so underneath for the feminine, the leaving a travel card is coming up, and I feel like this is this is very much also representative of patterns in our past. So it doesn't feel to me like it could be a literal leaving or travel. Like, I do feel like the feminine has a desire to explore and expand. And in doing her expansion, she may be leaving home, going to a spiritual workshop retreat, or taking a trip sometime in the next 6 months or so. But when this card came up, I feel as though this is very much related to her leaving herself, abandoning herself, separating from herself, not staying and being present for herself, not allowing herself to process or feel the emotions. And we're seeing this. I did split this deck as the past life, early life, right now deck, as I always say. And the knighthood, whenever we see the knighthood, this is about heart armor, the way we've shielded or protected ourselves. And they're saying that in a way, you know, the feminine has tended to run away from her emotions. And this is part of the runner-chaser dynamic with twin flames. And this is the end of that cycle. So not only is she not blaming others and like seeing where she can love herself more, but in order to do that, she's got to be present for herself. She's got to hold space for herself. She's got to allow herself to be with her emotions and to feel them. And in doing that, she's going to find a lot of clarity. And that clarity is coming through her listening to her deep inner knowing, her deep, her wisdom, her inner knowing, her intuition. And we're being reminded to listen, to really listen. But the voices of fear, which is what we've been listening to, fear and old tapes and blame, judgment, guilt, all of that, shame, these voices now are being called to fall away and be replaced with like more heart-centered energy, which is aligning with your true power, getting rid of the heart armor, listening to your intuition, listening to your inner knowing. And this is going to really help the feminine clear her path, like clear the muck, clear any heaviness that she's been under. And I do feel like this is the last of one of the big bouts of heaviness we're going to feel for this year, whereas last year was like a really heavy year, the whole year. I think I actually have goosebumps saying this, but I think that for the feminine, she's going to have some stuff, but this is the last bout of real heavy purging for many of the feminine in the collective. One of the reasons is that she's learning how to align with herself and get into her power, and open her heart and step into her truth and walk in alignment with what she desires and own her healing, not blaming, not, putting her hurt on others, but seeing that she owns the control over her emotions and she can create whatever timeline she wants to manifest in the twin flame connection. This is all up to her, she's seeing. And in order to do that, though, she's got to clear the negativity, get out of the low vibrations. And they're saying for the feminine, singing and dancing is a way. Well, this is more than just singing and dancing. So if you like singing, that's awesome. And if you love to dance, that's great. But this is about music. This is about high vibration. This is about movement. So I would say not just singing and dancing, but music and movement. Music and movement are two ways that we can automatically just lift our vibration up very quickly, shift out of those lower vibrational energies. So you see the difference here? Like one, we're laying on the ground feeling defeated, and the other, we're light, happy, up, and so it's up to us, though, to gain the tools to shift. And that shifting takes being present, takes being grateful, it takes clearing out the negativity on many levels, and releasing, forgiving, taking ownership. And in the ownership, we find our power, right? We found our power to heal ourselves, our power to align and to hear the messages and to find the clarity. And so I also think that in getting into, she's ready to get into that more high vibrational space, or to take that next step in her healing. And in doing that, whether she goes and travels or not, she's going to find her soul tribe, because this is about finding your soul tribe. And this is going to come when you shift into that higher vibrational space. They're going to find you. You will find them. And this is also an 8 card, which I love because this is about this is soul family, soul tribe, the infinite connection of souls, of your tribe, of your soul family. This is very powerful. And so if you're going, well, how do I do that? Well, just go get involved in something high vibrational, like spiritual class or a movement class, or join a gym, or go listen to music. It's like anything that's high vibrational, I feel like is going to lead you to your soul tribe. Okay. So over on the masculine side, we have a different feeling over here. So the masculine seems very focused on, we're seeing the 10 of Cups. Okay, so this is interesting. Feminine, masculine. See the 2 10s? So over here we've got, the masculine is focused on this right now. He's really feeling the energy of what's crowning over him is this father, husband, brother, son. What are these roles? How can I create this happy life? And he's wanting that now. We've been in a Piscean energy, which is a very dreamy, we are in a Piscean energy. So let's see, we have a new moon in Pisces on the 17th. So this is a very dreamy type state. And I feel like he's dreaming, and I feel like it's very emotional. It's very romantic. He's dreaming about the future, but underneath this is the confusion about the roles, the male-female roles, and what this all looks like. Like, what does this look like in a relationship? What has he been taught? What has been sort of like screwed up or messed up from his dysfunctional upbringing, or the abuse, or the father leaving, or the mother being in her masculine power, and all these confusing messages, or the way that society has deemed relationships need to be. He's actually starting to find his own truth in what his role as the divine masculine is, and I feel like he's stepping further into his power. You may think that he's being passive. Okay. And if you're getting some passive energy from your masculine, know this, that passivity, it's not to hurt you, and it's not against you, and it's not indifference in most cases. It is passivity in the sense of, he's going inside and he doesn't want to participate in drama. He doesn't want conflict. Like, he's thinking about the future and further out and what he really desires. And he's really trying to control himself. Like, he's trying to control his ego-based flare-ups. He's trying to control, like, any drama that's been there in the past, or any ways he's upset you. He's trying to avoid the up and down, or the roller coaster. He is trying to do that, and this is requiring him to shed more of his ego and step up into his masculinity and what that means, and define that from within. And so it doesn't feel like he's hermiting. It just feels like he's kind of stepping back and going, I only want love and peace. And he's recognizing also that some of this is, he doesn't want to, like, if you come out your masculine, like, angry or upset or something, like, some of this they're saying could be triggering, like, things that he saw in his childhood, like when his parents were fighting or there was abuse, and he doesn't want to participate in that right now. And the reason why is he's trying to get a clearer understanding of what this was, because it wasn't healthy or balanced in his childhood. And so he doesn't want to recreate it with you right now. He wants to find peace, and he's focused on stepping up and stepping into a more secure space and a loving space. And he's dreaming about it, and there's some things that he's evaluating doing that. Okay, does that make sense? I think he's being guided. So underneath we have the message in a bottle. So he's also being guided. He's getting signs, okay? He's hearing the message from spirit. Something's talking to him at a greater level, saying, you know what, don't go there. Just, you know, it actually seems like the masculine, although in most cases the feminine is usually the more awakened one, that's just kind of how it's been. Like the feminine's been holding the torch in most scenarios, not all, but right now it feels like the masculine is. And that's a really interesting dynamic. And he's doing that so that she can purge her final strands and find this stability and raise up to the next. She's jumping up to the next timeline too, and she's like she's raising her vibration by coming fully out of the low vibrational energies. Okay, and while she's like literally ascending, he's thinking about being up there where he wants to be. Okay, and both are equally powerful right now. Okay, as long as we don't have the resistance in the way. Resistance would be low vibrational energies, attachments, things that tell us that it's not possible. And I feel like for both, it's very possible. For the feminine, it's more practical. It's more like practical. She's actually like doing the work, purging it out, having the realizations, click, click. Okay, now shifting, releasing all that. For the masculine, it's more watery. It's more like ethereal. It's more dreamy. And it's more coming from within, but he needs to assess things from within so that he can step into action from this space. And I think by stepping back and not engaging in any sort of drama, fighting, push-pull, whatever that's been for your dynamic, he is allowing you to work through your final strands of stuff. Or work through another layer of your stuff, depending upon where you're at. Okay, so shared energy looks like the world, which could really mean that there are opportunities to travel together, to explore new opportunities coming your way. It also feels representative of some like the Aries energy that we'll also be getting this month, which is, it's fire. It's about yourself, what you want to do, how you want to expand, getting out of complacency. And this, I feel, for both the feminine and the masculine. Anywhere that you felt stuck, or with a lot of the masculine, I've been feeling like he's been feeling this way in his work, where things aren't, he's really wanting to make a shift to something that's more meaningful for him. And for the feminine, she's getting ready to show her stuff, to show her gifts, to align with her mission. And a lot of the feminine, and I know just from my clients and you guys in the audience, like, you're doing it. Like, you're about to launch your new websites. You're about to do your soul purpose. And I am just so honored to know you all and to have assisted you in getting there and harnessing your power to get to this place, to put your stuff out there. And we have actually at the bottom of the tarot deck, bottom of the deck is, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. And this is about, showing our art, showing our skills, exposing ourselves, like opening up to that, even if it's opening up to criticism, judgment. It's like, we're not hiding anymore. We are coming out of the closet. And what's sparking this is this need to come out of stuckness or complacency, this feeling of having like a deeper yearning, a deeper desire, wanting to do something more purposeful with our lives and helping others, being of service. And from that, they're showing me the world is going to open up for both the feminine and masculine. And above, it's the Page of Pentacles. And like when we look at what's below and what's above, this is a new beginning. And this is also saying, in order to open up the world, it just takes baby steps. It's a baby step. And so know that each baby step that you take towards that mission, towards that fulfillment, towards that thing that feels better, that pulls you out of your complacency, that makes you feel excited, that is going to keep opening and opening and opening the pathway for you for this to illuminate, for this new venture, new project, or whatever that is to illuminate for you. Those of you who are still feeling like you're stuck, I feel like it's coming. It's coming. Keep putting your intention out. Stop. What he's doing is looking at what he doesn't want. Like he's saying, oh, well, good, I've been successful. Or, oh, good, I can do that. But it's like, stop looking at what you don't want or what's not satisfying you. And start looking at what you do want. And start thinking about it. Start dreaming about it. Start aligning with that energy. And they're saying you can dream right now. You can really dream, and you can really, sky's the limit with that. The sky is the limit. And we're supposed to be thinking about this. For the masculine, his manifestation power is coming up. And actually, I feel like these cards are similar in that for the feminine, manifestation is a big thing too. But she's got to get into a higher vibration first. And with the masculine, as long as he's not holding resistance, he can create what he wants. He can create, the new job, the new life, that new beginning that he's been dreaming of. Okay, so I just want to I do want to show you something. You guys are gonna laugh. Okay, so these are the angel therapy cards. These advice cards here. Okay, and then we have okay, so the crowning cards I used are the Ascended Masters cards, okay? And so when I did the bottom of the deck, this is what came up, and I did not rate this, I swear to God. So this is the Ascended Masters, Twin Flame, and this is the Angel Therapy, and Twin Flame. And this is interesting too, because I had a reading last week, and oh, gosh, I'm sorry if you're watching this, because I don't even remember who it was. I had one reading last week, and I remember both these cards came up, and I've never had both of them come up in a reading. I've had one, but I've never had both. And here I am doing the collective reading again, and both of them are at the bottom of the deck, the Twin Flame connection. I feel like they're saying it's yours for the taking. It's all what you want. Okay, and some of this is just getting out of our own way, and I feel like the big message here for both the feminine and the masculine is about clearing resistance. And it's interesting because we're actually just working on this now in my intensive program, which I am going to turn into an online course for you guys, and that should be ready in a couple of months, if not sooner. So, but in my intensive program, we're talking about alignment, manifestation. Now we've cleared our wounds. We've practiced self-love. We've explored all of this on so many layers and levels. And it's very deep work. And now we're talking about alignment with manifestation and what we want and abundance, and how we elevate the timelines with our twin flames. And it is getting the resistance out of the way, getting the negativity out of the way. And so feminine, she's purging the last strains of it, I feel, or reaching another layer in her healing. And masculine is like, it's almost like he's not focused on the negative whatsoever. If anything, he is looking at some of the childhood stuff and reevaluating what he does want, not what he doesn't want. By him not engaging in any toxic cycles right now, he's showing you, I'm not going to go to what I don't want. He's saying, I only want to think about what I do want. So, I'm going, actually, and I did one more thing. I did split the deck. This was, this Heart Armor card was the bottom of the deck in the Past Life deck. But I did split the deck. Something told me to, and the Scriber Writer card came up. And this goes hand in hand, because I always, work with my clients, and I say, hey, if you really do want to take this heart armor down and step into your truth or step into the fullness of your expression, you've got to be writing out your feelings, holding space for yourself, self-validating, writing, journaling. It's really important to be writing now. And we are being called to help one another. So to share your writing, for some of you, is what the mission is, right? To share your blog, or to share your poetry for some of you, or to share an expression of feeling, or to share something that uplifts the collective, like on social media. It could be as simple as that. But some of you are being called to share. And that's because it's part of your calling, the writing. And some of you are just supposed to be writing for the process of clearing, purging, processing, holding space, self-validating, self-love. Okay, but either way, we're being called to touch base with our emotions, to connect with one another, not just ourselves. Okay, so this could also mean that reading things that others put out in the twin flame community, or in like the enlightenment or ascension arena, or like any platform that is dedicated to helping you align and to helping you shift and uplift or up level. You may want to turn to those platforms now and read, okay? Because those things may help pull you into alignment. Remember, though, read what others write is what they're saying, because like that's important. That connection, knowing that we're not alone, understanding universal truths, listening to how things are being written, like the perspective, and finding our own twist on it, or reading different things that will help certain things click into place for us, whereas maybe they didn't make sense before. These are all really, really important aspects of sharing our writing skills. And like I said, for some of you, you're just supposed to be processing from within and not sharing, and maybe just reading things that others are sharing. I just think it's interesting because even in the past couple days, I've been finding little articles and things that people are writing and sharing, and how relevant they are to some of the work that I've been doing with my clients or in my own journey. So, yeah, so I'm going to leave you with that. That feels pretty complete. Again, if anyone wants to reach out for a private reading, or if you're feeling stuck and you need assistance with any of these tools, reach out to me, theilluminguru.com, and I will see you guys next time. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.